Well, let's keep it going then. Why not? I am down to keep things going. Because we have another draft to get to tonight, basically, with our negative 100 reputation. I don't know if that'll be improving anytime soon, but yeah, we know this team is garbage. We are still just working on training them up. And like I said, we have that prospect pool now. As post-deadline, we lost 8-0 to the Ducks and now 4-0 to Calgary. So the tanking strategy is working out tremendously. So I'm feeling pretty good. I said we got Connor McDavid joining the team next year. I don't think he'll start in the AHL. Matt Barzal will have to sign his ELC, if I'm not mistaken. So I do think in terms of the tank, slow build-up type of thing that, type of approach that we are doing very, 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 very well, all things considered. Mike Brown was winning the face-off with cross-checks. I mean, I hope he leads the league in fights, but again, it's still at this time, man, I don't think you could see who led the league in fights. Oh, man. How's the tank commanding Emily? What's going on? And you tell by the record, so far, so good. We are right on time, right on schedule. Who's the tank commander? Mike Brown. He is the tank commander for all time. Remember when it was in Columbus, it was Operation Win a Stanley Cup with Rick Nash? This is now Operation Win a Stanley Cup with Mike Brown before he retires, which I don't think we'll be able to. But that is the goal. So I drop the pen that I am fidgeting with. Terrible. Yeah. It's Operation Win with Mike Brown. He is our captain. Mike Brown, Alex Stalock, I hope they both stay here forever and ever, amen. After the incredible performance we saw from them in a first-round series in which we lost in 5 games. So, we have fun. Operation Up Goes Brown. Might need some work on that. I get the reference, I'm just saying. Oh, if only we were the Blues, it could have been Operation Brown Note. Damn it. It's not too late to switch to the Blues, is it? Tremendous opportunity that we had. Operation Brown Note, FX! You did it. You did it. You beautiful son of a gun. Operation Brown Yote in full effect. Ah, goodness. FX. Bravo. Bravo. You are, I don't know. Yeah, you didn't earn anything. Except my admiration. 25 wins this year. We were worse than last year. We sucked. Last year, we ran Oliver Ekman-Larsson as our number 1 center and had a better season than what we did this year. That is a horrifying reality that we currently live in. How the hell is that possible? In terms of the standings, oh yeah, dead last by a significant margin. 57 points, the second lowest Philadelphia on 74. Tank Commander Mike Brown leading the way. You'll love to see it. Let's get a look at these stats for the year. Hoping for a good total for both Mantha and Domi in their rookie campaigns. And again, hopefully we see some development from them too, and we didn't screw things up. 48 points for Tanguay, who came over at the deadline. Domi on 45 points. Mantha with 34. That's not too bad. You had Alessio and McMillan on 30 each. Felix Vestermark on 17. And it drops off from there. Mike Brown, 11 points, 116 penalty minutes. You'd love to see it. I added the roster for NHL 09, and Malkin and Crosby are averaging less than 70 points, despite being a 95 and a 96. Sounds about right. The scoring engine was definitely set to be lower at the time. Defensively, 50 points for OEL, 48 for Brandon Gormley. So Gormley and OEL are quite the combination that we have there. Not bad. And then goaltending between Stalock and Byzantine. Byzantine close to that 3. Did have a 909 save percentage, 2 shutouts, 913 for Stalock. But yeah, Stalock is he's still the guy, even if Byzantine's the higher overall. Let's take a look around the league. I mean, Emily, it's a captain-worthy mustache. In terms of the points, 99 for frickin' Phil Hot Dogs. What a man. Peak male performance, Phil Kessel. You also had John Tavares, Patrick Kane, Sidney Crosby, and Tyler Seguin rounding out the top 5. Sasha Barkov joining the fray. Top goal scorer, Kessel. Then Crosby, Ovechkin, Seguin, and Stamkos. In terms of the defenders, the leading scorer was Torrey Krug with Carlson, Keith Yandel, Patrick Wierkoch, James Wisniewski. The point leader, it was Carlson, then PK Subban, Jake Gardner, Dougie Hamilton, and Keith Yandel. For the goalies, the highest goals against average was Calvin Pickard. The lowest, Roberto Luongo. Although really you'd make the argument for Pekka Rinne. Mr. Frank Grimes, I am doing phenomenally well. How are you? Save percentage king, Roberto Luongo. So Luongo or Rinne should win the Vezina. 7 shutouts each, too. That's nuts. For the rookie skaters, Sam Reinhart, 48 points. Then you had Max Domi, Aaron Ekblad, Anthony Mantha, and Leon Draisaitl as the top 5. You had Nemesnikov in the conversation. Look at the hair on John Persson. Card Raquel, Matt Dumba. In terms of goalies, by the way, a lot of games for Byzantine. Gibson as well. Louis-Philippe Guindon. Daniel Gibble. Magnus Hellberg and Malcolm Subban. 85 overall, Malcolm Subban. Goddamn. We have some bushfires burning on my town. Oof. Well, Frank, fuck's sake, stay safe. And again, congratulations, by the way. I feel like I've understated it, but congratulations. Let's move on. I don't really care who wins the playoffs. If it's not us, then who cares? But we will see who wins the cup and such. We have players in the running for the Calder, perhaps. So, you know, we'll see where we stand here. But for now, it is all about the draft. All about the drafts. The Baby Flames taking on the Comets. Also, we'll see if the Portland Pirates have made the playoffs. I don't think they've made the playoffs yet, by the way. Even though we have a pretty good... They didn't make the playoffs with Domi and Mantha on the team last year, so not a good sign. Not great. Oh, baby. The Pirates are in the hunt. 37, 32, and 7. Yeah, maybe they did make it year 1. You're right. And they lost in the first round to Bridgeport. There we go. Playoff bound, the Portland Pirates. Taking on, who else? The Springfield Falcons. Motherfuck. All right. Honestly, I want this team to win a cup. I can send out anybody right now. Morale doesn't even exist. So, Alex Stalock. Alex Stalock is going down. So was actually just Stalock. I want Stalock to be the one to run it here. And then defensively, I don't feel like I can get in trouble for this, right? I want to send down OEL. I want to send down Gormley, Murphy, Ballard. I want to send down as many members of the AHL team, of the NHL team to the AHL as I possibly can. Just absolutely stack it to try and steal a Calder. Couldn't care less. Yeah, let's see how this goes. I have no idea how I have one phone. Hey, I wasn't doing this when I was looking for good reputation, all right? The game forced me into this situation. They forced me. I was having fun being a good GM, and they said, fuck you, no telephones. Like I'm a goddamn prisoner or something. So the AHL is beautiful. And if this team doesn't win with Oliver Ekman-Larsson on defense and Alex Stalock in goal, I am going to be so goddamn salty. Let's sim the first 4 games and see what's up. Fuck you, Springfield. We lost game 1. Okay, we won game 2. When your NHL team loses to an AHL team in 5 games, okay. Well, to the draft. Could Bama beat the Coyotes? Yeah, I don't really have anything to say. After that, we have been humbled to the highest degree. The Ottawa Senators have won the Stanley Cup in 2017, with the Utica Comets taking home the Calder Cup. The Ottawa Senators bring Lord Stanley back to Canada's capital. Meanwhile, my NHL team lost to an AHL team that didn't even win the Calder Cup, as the Sens survive a Game 7 over Chicago. Fair enough. Was this the year they lost in the Eastern Conference Final? That was 2017, so this was the year after. Nope, this was the year. This was the year that happened. Go figure, huh? I thought we were a year further ahead than we actually are. So the Sens make it happen. What would have happened had they made it past Pittsburgh? There you go. There you are. Let's look at the Sens. I mean, obviously we know like Erik Karlsson's there, but their top players in Ottawa: Erik Karlsson, Kyle Turris, Bobby Ryan, Marty Havlat, Mika Zibanejad, Milan Mihalik, Cody Ceci, Ian White. Mark Stone, a part of that cup-winning team. Well, for the moment, the Sens have won that trade. We'll see how good that defenseman is that I acquired, won't we? Yeah, it's a Stanley Cup win for us by association. And, of course, Craig Anderson and Robin Lehner. It was pretty much all Lehner, though. These games hate me. They really, really do. Oh, goodness. The only player my girlfriend knows in the NHL is Mika Zibanejad. She knows him because of his music. It's my guess, right? Because that'd be funny. Bagel, bad things. Bad things. Phil Kessel won the Art Ross Trophy, which is a good thing. He also won the Hart. The Norris goes to Erik Karlsson. The Bing goes to Kessel. The Calder to Sam Reinhart. The Conn Smythe to Robin Lehner. Vezina to Pecorine. Jennings to Holtby and Guindon. Tim Gleason wins the Masterton. Selke to Sidney Crosby. Ted Lindsay to Phil Kessel. Rocket Richard to Phil Kessel. It's Phil's world. We just live in it. Calder Cup to the Utica Comets. You had the MVP of the playoffs, Eddie Lack. In goal, of course. The best goaltender was in the regular season was Josh Harding. The top defenseman, Alexander Sulzer. The top rookie, Jonathan Drouin. Top goal scorer, Jonathan Drouin. MVP, Cal O'Reilly, the superior O'Reilly. Most points, Jonathan Drouin. Even though he won the Calder this year, he still led the league in points last year, but not as a rookie. I don't know how the hell that works. I don't know. That is another season in the books. Our first 3 years at the helm of the Coyotes has mercifully come to an end. We are set up very, very, very well in terms of future with prospects. We do have a first-round pick this year and then not much else. So we'll see how that plays out. We got to really hit on this first-round pick. We have the top odds for the lottery as well. I'd like to not have to trade. Nobody on our team retired. Danny Heatley retired as a Sabre, though. And in goal, Anderson retires as a Stanley Cup champion. Luongo's gone. Brizgalov. Damn. All right. Wow. The trade block is still set up as I'd prefer it, so we'll see what happens. Bunny, take it easy, by the way. All right. Can we have another good draft? Can we make it 3 in a row? Do I have to always lose the lottery? Always? Jesus. Columbus has the top pick right now. We get a trade offer from Anaheim. Just Domi and Hidink for the 14th pick, and we're not going to do that. Buffalo, do they want to trade it? No, it wasn't Buffalo. What the hell am I saying? God. Why did I go this way for Columbus? I'm so mentally distraught. Columbus doesn't want to trade it, so we don't have a hope in hell. We have the 2nd overall pick. It is what it is. They take a dude named Ledeen with the 1st. So as we are on the board, top 5 is either a Swedish defenseman, Ola Pettersson, an American defender, Rudy Saunders, a Swedish winger, Jesper Havlid, or a United States of America center, Rick Wall. I wish he was a goalie. In goal, Tommy Ryder is a top 10. Hugo Ginnan. Well, I think Saunders is pretty much the guy. He is the guy. There might be a chance for some good 4th-round picks here, which is nice. But yeah, our choice seems relatively straightforward. Mr. Nugent Television, I thought for sure you were asleep. How are you? I don't know too much about Saunders. Havlid, and then Wall. Oh, God, I was playing balloons. I don't have a response to that. How'd it go? I feel like we have to go with Saunders and hope for the best. They're all 19 years old. We lost to tier 5. Dread. God. So not a good night is what I'm hearing. Not a good night at all. All right. It's got to be Saunders. Just got to hope for the best. One more good defenseman, hopefully. Rudy Saunders is the pick. Obviously, we are pretty much out of the territory of familiar names. There might be a couple of guys here and there. Hudson Elnuik. I think that's Chaz Redicott. Samuel Dove McFalls, but nobody too crazy. So we'll be able to get through this draft relatively quickly. Tampa's calling at the start of round 2. I don't know what made them think that. I mean, I know what made them think it. It's the way I set up the trade block, but I'm not getting rid of Max Domi. Let's see. Buffalo calling before the start of round number 3. OEL for a first and a third. That's going to be a no. I will look back through. We have 2 picks in the 4th round. Tampa's calling before the start of the round. No. Okay. So, really quickly, round 2, in terms of familiar names, I think that's Tyler Soy that went 11th. Like I said, there are some dudes. Zach Sawchenko went 28th. There are some dudes that people would recognize if you play NHL a lot, or maybe they were, on your favorite team once upon a time. Noah Juleson. It was Kieskinen went off the board. A Kiss Boy, you might say. But, yeah, for the most part, not super familiar names left. A couple of guys here and there. So, start of the 4th round. It seems pretty obvious the way we're going to go here. Goodness. Give me a second here. All right. It's got to be one of these 4, right? Based off of what we know. And it's either James Alos, the forward, or Kyle Capobianco, I would think. They're both younger. A year younger. Alos looks like a pretty damn good forward prospect. Goddard. Damn, Goddard does look pretty good. Blaisdell. Oof. Very good skater. And then Capobianco. Honestly, I don't know if we can go wrong. But I agree, we could probably look for Capobianco now and then take Alos afterwards. So we're going to do that. Good. Philly didn't screw it up for me. We'll keep it pretty straightforward. It doesn't really look like we could have gone wrong. But hopefully that is a set of steals for us in that particular round. The Canucks. Everybody wants Max Domi, which is exactly why I'm not trading him. We got 2 5th-round picks. Okay. Do we have any goalies that can equal that? No, we don't. So, it can be Gordy Himmelfarb, George Stevens, or Jordan Abid. I don't know too much about Himmelfarb, although it's a great name. Stevens, and we know Abid's not the best skater in the world, but he is good defensively. And they're all defensemen, too. A lot of defensemen. Siegenthaler. Let's go for old Gordy Himmelfarb. A true American. Gordy Himmelfarb. We'll also take George Stevens because he was projected to go higher. Why not? Why not? Montreal. Surprisingly, don't want Domi, but they do want OEL. That's not going to happen. 6th round, what do we got? Abid's still there, so that worked out pretty well. In theory, this could end up being a pretty good draft for us. Pittsburgh, nope. I was hoping to see some other trades for other people, but it just hasn't happened. So 2.5 right now. It's about the best you can get. So we'll take the 1 goalie. Everyone knows the name Daryl is incredibly popular in Poland. We'll take Daryl Zeeler. Looks to be the best goalie of the bunch. And then for skaters, it could be any of these 5. Michael Holmes actually looks like he's pretty good. Not a physical player, though. Aaron Leddy's pretty good defensively. Curtis Ben. Radek Hummel. And Ed Vandermeer. His parents were a big fan of The Walking Dead. I see. So let's see. Mid. Good skating, good defense. That's not enough. Physical's terrible. Good puck skills, good defense. Ben doesn't look that bad. Almost got the skating, the puck skills. We're going to go for Radek Hummel with this pick, I think. Let's go for Radek Hummel. Looked like he could have been an interesting one. So let's see if, in fact, this draft was half decent for us, as we should. Fingers crossed. I'm not holding my breath or anything. We should be on the way up from here. We might still be bad for now, but it should be an upward trajectory. For goalies, Vizentines and RFA will qualify him. Husso, Brodeur, Burke, Zealers, 3.5 Red Star. So that's probably never going to be it. But we got a bit of a goalie factory here, though, right? Husso, Brodeur, Burke. I mean, these are all guys that could push up to an NHL level. Defensively, Gormley. RFA again. Keith Ballard can go. He was brought in at the deadline. Mahou is 3.5 Green Star. That's Brodeur's son. Yes. Again, we'll still have Martinez on the team for the year. Chris Summers. I'm going to let you go for now. I might bring you back, but I'll let my boy go for now. David Westland. Keep him for the moment. Rudy Saunders. 70 overall at 19 years old. 4.5 Gold Star for the 2nd overall pick. Absolutely fantastic. And like I said, we have really carved out. That is the equivalent to a medium elite. We have really carved out an awesome defense now moving forward. In terms of these prospects, I think we're pretty much good to go. Vince Dunn needs to be signed to his ELC. Gordy Himmelfarb, 3.5 red. That's the type of guy that I'm probably not going to sign. We can let go of Dean Arsene for the moment. And honestly, let's move past defense for a second because there was a lot. Alex Tangay, we can let go of you. Qualify Mantha. Got to keep Mike Brown. Oh, captain, my captain. Sign him to a 3-year deal. Okay, he's sticking around. Let's see. Alos, 3.5 Red Star. Leave him unsigned. Those are the type of players where it's like, well, you could sign him, but I really don't feel like they develop that much. Left wing side, we got to keep Alessio. Got to keep Anton Bleed. Bulmer, Solaric. Nobody else to look at there. And then at center, Connor McDavid, 79 overall. So he could be up to an 81 by the start of the season, but he's ready for his first contract. Hold on to Rod. Matt Barzal might be going to the AHL. He's a 75. Samuelson staying. Travis Konechny needs his ELC. Yeah, Dylan Strome. My God. The first 3 drafts with this team. Mitch Marner, 4-star red, but we will still sign him. I just hope I have space for everybody at this stage, because I might not. Konechny always 4.5 stars, yes. Yeah, he had a really good rating right out of the gates. They loved him for this particular game. So Marlowe had to decline. Strome had to decline. Marner. Yeah, our roster, we gotta sort some things out here. Damn. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So again, goalie-wise, we're set. We'll give Vizentine what he's looking for. Defensively, where'd Matthews end up? He wasn't in the game yet. Brandon Gormley. Sign him to what he wants. Money's no issue. We are going to have to buy out Alec Martinez. 1.1 for 2 years. That's not that bad. Yeah, we're going to buy out Martinez's contract. Again, he was a deadline pickup to get another move to go through. We're going to do the same thing with Bryce Salvador. And again, honestly, buyouts aren't a big issue for us, money-wise. David Westland. Just go ahead and sign you. That should leave space to sign Stu Marlowe. It should leave space to sign Vince Dunn. I don't have to sign Gordy Stevens yet. I don't have to sign any of these other dudes. At least not yet. But yeah, this is going to be a little bit tough to work out this roster. We're going to have to start being a little bit more harsh with certain players in terms of who stays, who goes. Let's get all these RFAs signed, though. So we got Lesio. Anton Bleed. I can afford for these guys to start making a little bit more money. Brett Bulmer. Honestly, might get traded. Peter Solaric. That's good there. So now it's just the centers. I don't know if McMillan's going to be sticking around. We'll let go of Noah Rod. Sign Noah Rod, sign Samuelson. So we need to open up 2 spots on the team to be able to sign Marner and Strome. So obviously one of them is going to be Brandon McMillan. He is just kind of your typical bottom sixer. We can get a player like that later on if need be. So I need to get rid of one dude to make room for Mitch Marner. Who is that dude going to be? It would have been Balmer, but I qualified him like an idiot. It's going to have to be wait for Balmer to sign his deal and then immediately buy him out of it. So that is highly unfortunate, but it's what we're looking at right now. Marlowe signed, Balmer, Byzantine, Gormley, Lesio. All right. Did anybody have to decline that I wasn't expecting? The answer is no. So yeah, Brett Balmer, I hate to do it, buddy, but sign you just to immediately buy you out because I am going to prioritize Mitch Marner over you. At least you can't go lower than negative 100. Exactly. So we're fine. Let's sign Mitch. Thanks for signing with us. Get out. All right. Mitch has signed. So yeah, after this, we are going to have to get that base level of like, all right, these are the dudes that we're keeping. These are the guys that we're going to kind of recycle out either for other draft picks or, you know, pair them together to get a prospect greater than the two of them combined, essentially. I didn't think we'd be at the point where heading into free agency, we'd have 50 players signed, but that is exactly what we are looking at right now. So we'll have to check free agency really quickly just to see if that's going to make us think about any of our moves. In terms of RFAs, there are guys like Colin Jacobs, Nick Shore. I mean, like Jacobs wouldn't be the worst to go after. Palkinen maybe either. Can't even sign a cap whale. Yeah. So RFAs, there might be a couple of dudes that aren't that bad. Goalie-wise, you're looking at Brian Elliott, but we don't need him. 32 years old, we already got 2 solid starters, so we're fine. Jordan DeCourt, Brody Barrick, and Justin Miles, all 4-star potential goalies in their early 20s. You also have the 4-star Reds, who aren't quite as good, with the exception of Justin Nichols. So we could shuffle things around for goalies. Defensemen, nobody great. I mean, Martinez is one of the top 3, and we just bought him out. There aren't any defenders that are going to make us think, okay, let's change things around. I mean, Dominic Poulin, but he's a terrible overall at that age. It's going to be a bunch of 3-star guys, but that's not a big deal. On the wing, Tuomo Ruutu, Hemsky, Tanguay. It's nobody that we need. Prospect-wise, it's nobody that we need. I mean, JT Brown and Ben Hanowski aren't going to get much better. Left wing-wise, in terms of prospects, nobody amazing. So I think for the most part here, Brian Jones, Brian Pickle, we're going to be able to just kind of keep that team together that we have right now. The only guy I'd consider going after is Tyler Johnson because he's 26 and he kind of replaces the Bodkers of the world. Glenny's not going to get much better. Knight's not going to get much better. So yeah, Tyler Johnson's probably the only one. And maybe Vladimir Mironov, who is 3-star green. So high potential. Couple of players here and there. But yeah, I think now we get lined up for the hard work of just deciding who stays and who goes and who's a part of this team. What goalie prospects stay? I mean, that might spell the end for like Kakinen and Husso. Or we could decide, well, we don't need Burke and Brodeur. So I am going to have to think about this, but I mean, look at the crop of talent that we have on defense now with Mills and Saunders both being super valuable. And then look at the forwards, McDavid, Barzal, Konechny, Mantha, Domi. I mean, we're turning this team into a juggernaut if everyone pans out. I doubt they will, though, because that's my luck.